Hey, KDBRP, it is Katie Hardman and Chris Suarez, your team leader and OP, and we wanted to make sure before the week wrapped up that you saw our faces and you had some final thoughts. I know we've been doing stand-ups every day this week, and I just wanted to make sure that you had a few thoughts going into the weekend and leading into next week. So Chris, you did our state of the company and shared a lot of great information with us on Wednesday. Do you have any thoughts as we wrap up this week?
Not that many, Katie. I think it's been shocking. I think it's been awesome just to see continued focus on what's important amongst our family members and our teams and our agents and our staff. It's interesting is I was listening to an interview this week, and it might have been on Thursday after the state of the company, the day after, from one of my favorite authors. I've shared a lot at our team meetings about him in the past. It's Daniel Kahneman. One of the greatest behavioral psychologists, but also Nobel Prize winning economist. I said behavioral psychologist, right? Yeah, okay, good. And economist, which is probably more up my alley. But anyway, he's working on his new book, and it's called Noise. And I think that's fairly appropriate. And as I listened to him speak, I thought, well, gosh, there's no better timing for us to really be cognizant of the fact that there is a lot of noise around us. There's a lot of noise in the industry. There's a lot of noise from the media. There's a lot of noise from just, this act and what just got passed and what got pulled back and how many trillions are being infused in the economy and what does that really mean? And at the end of the day, all that noise can affect our decision making. So his point in his book is, how do we make better decisions? And he shared one study that I'll share with us, and it was a study around the insurance industry. And he got called into the insurance industry to figure out, well, why does one claims adjuster make a better decision than the other? They're both classically and clinically trained on how to adjust for claims and evaluate what it's going to cost to fix a problem or fix a disaster. And the companies thought that, well, gosh, everyone's going to be a little bit different, but there's probably only a 10% deviation from one person's decision to the next, right? But as they did their research, there was like a 50% range in estimates. Like these claims adjusters, same company even, same damage, would be 50% different. And so they tried to figure out, why were algorithms beating humans when it came to adjusting claims? And the answer was noise. The answer was that every person showed up with their own ideas and their own noise and their own ways that they made decisions. And I think that's our biggest challenge right now. So as we head into the weekend, as we head into next week, I'm really just asking, did I let noise affect my daily routine? Did I let noise affect my 1 hour of concentration, or my 1 hour of focused activity, or my 2 hours of whatever my day was supposed to look like? I just thought it was a pretty powerful conversation around not letting noise affect our decision making, and that starts with the decisions we make around our schedule.
I love that. And it's funny that you say that, because this morning on our Market Center stand-up, which, by the way, thank you to the 50 or almost 50 people that were on that call. Super fun to see your faces. I shared something from Shift, and it's Tactic 2, page 34. And it's about choices. And what the book says is, when a shift hits, initially everyone gets hit equally. The market doesn't discriminate, so all boats float lower. What happens first is equal and without choice. What happens next is unequal and determined by choice. Which goes right along with what you're saying, is we have a choice every day to get up, to do the activities, to show up, to choose to let the noise in, or choose not to let the noise in, and continue to do the activities every day that have made us successful in the business and that we know how and what to do.
Yeah, and that noise can actually change the decisions we had already made for ourselves that we knew were the right ones. To that point, how quick people respond will be the difference between the organizations that make it and those that don't. Truly, right? It's that speed to response that is critical right now. And I love that section. Interestingly enough, isn't that out of the budget section, like expense management section?
Yes, it is.
Which is what we talked about at our state of the company. So it's awesome to see so many texting and sharing emails with me about personal budgets being cut and business budgets really being held accountable. And if there's nothing to cut, then holding that budget accountable. Even Sarita Dua, one of our own agents, was on live stream this week. She did a phenomenal job in talking about personal things that she's cut and business things that she's cut, leading by example. So if you haven't watched those live streams, please plug in and watch them. I go in every evening and watch a little bit of some of the topics that are most important to me in my world and my business right now as well. So such phenomenal value coming from KWRI right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sarita said she cut like 1,500 by going to Command, which was so cool to hear, and all the personal expenses. I watch mine in the morning, in case you're wondering, from 6 to 7. So you get your content at night, I get mine in the morning. But we just wanted to share a few thoughts with you guys going into the weekend, knowing that we're thinking about you and we care about your businesses. And if you need help cutting expenses or have questions or concerns, reach out, call us, text us, email us. We are here for you. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys.